Oh, there you are. Almost forgot myself. Hello there, YouTube and music lovers of the vinyl community. Welcome to my balcony, this sunny and nice summer evening here in Sundsvall, Sweden. I'm going to do a little vinyl update and show what I've been finding during July, this summer month, and during my vacation. My favorite time of searching for records, actually. I do normally, of course, search through the second-hand stores that we have here in Sundsvall normally also, but in July I do a really close looking in every second-hand store that we have here, because you never know what you might find during summertime. And during summertime normally also people are cleaning out their attics and their garages and do some selling at their homes, some own flea markets in their gardens, and unfortunately that has been very poor of this year, but normally you never know what you might find in those. I have been also been doing some cleaning in my record collection, and out with the old and in with the new, and cleaning out some records that I have no need for anymore. I thought they were good, but not as good as I thought they were. But enough of that right now. Let's start with the musical style that I have done a video with, 80s British house music, and I haven't been finding that much music with that style recently, but I was very surprised and happy to find this one. Beatmasters, Any Way You Wanna from 1989, consisting Who's in the House and Hey DJ, I Can't Dance to the Music You're Playing, and Burn It Up. So hopefully it's going to be interesting. Make some room here on the table. More British music, but in a total different style. This is a collection with Fanboy 3, the best of Fanboy 3. Fanboy 3, of course, is the band with Terry Hall from Specials, and as just as the Specials, Fanboy 3 also have some ironic and nasty lyrics about the British society. Here you have the duet with Bananarama, Ain't What You Do Is the Way That You Do It, and the really spooky and funny song, The Lunatics Have Taken Over the Asylum. A really, really great song. So hopefully this will be really good. Now, coming into a part with 70s music, I'm also going to say that those music with Swedish artists that I've been finding, I put them last in this video. But 70s music, I mean, kids walking through, they must think I'm a lunatic talking to myself if they don't see the camera. But anyway, 10cc, Bloody Tourists, from 1970. How prepared I am. 1978. I'm a little bit tired of the biggest hit of this album, Red Lock Holiday. I've heard it a little too much, but the rest of the album is really, really good. I've listened to this one. It's a very surprising album. You never know how the next song is going to sound. You never know where the song is going to go. It's a very, very unpredictable album, and especially I like the final song, Everything You Wanted to Know About, exclamation marks. Very strange title and a very, very interesting song, actually. Now, a whole lot of 70s soul music. La Belle, Phoenix from 1975, and this is not the album with Lady Marmalade. Thank God. I don't like that song, but so I listened a little bit to it, and it sounds really, really good. Very funky album, actually, so it's going to be interesting to listen to the entire album. Same goes for the next one. Yesterday I was in Gävle. It's a city around 2 hours south from where I live, and I've visited a whole lot of second-hand stores there, and was able to find a lot of 70s soul music. I haven't been having that much luck with finding 70s soul music here in Sundsvall, but there was a great deal of them, especially one store that had a lot of 70s soul music. Peaches and Herb, Too Hot, from 1978. I've been listening a little bit of previews on this album, and sounds really good, both funky and great, and at the same time romantic songs. So I like this one very much. Whispers, self-titled album from 1979, consisting the great song And the Beat Goes On. I really like that song very much. And really like the outfit that they're having. How many artists today do you find wearing these kind of suits on their album sleeves? Here is a pretty forgotten 70s soul act, Rolls Royce, and a Greatest Hits album with them from 1980. So this is just 70s soul songs. Hopefully be very good. I was very happy to find this one, Thelma Houston, Any Way You Like It, from 1976, Motown release, consisting Don't Leave Me This Way, her great hit. I like that song very much in her version. Maybe it's the best version of that song, definitely. So this one is, I also listened to some previews of this one, and sounds really good. Going to be very fun to listen to the entire album. At Gävle, I also found this one that I was very happy to find. I have no idea how good it is, but this is Bruce Willis' Return of Bruno. I knew that Bruce Willis has done music, but I never been able to find any records with him. This is not containing one of the best songs I know with him, a live song called Pep Talk, but still some great songs. Under the Boardwalk is here, so it's going to be very interesting to listen to. As everyone knows, I love Hammond organ music, and here is a Hammond organ album I found for 50 cents in Gävle. 25 Hammond gold hits with Franz Lambert, Hammond organ and rhythm. Released on Fontana in 1972. This one was a risk taker, but I got it for only 50 cents in Gävle, so but I think it could be very, very good. This is Tutu Coelho, Man of War. Tutu Coelho is most famous for the song I Eat Cannibals, and that one is on this album, as well as their follow-up, Dracula's Tango. But I Eat Cannibals is such a crazy and odd song, so I think this one can be actually pretty good. Released on Radio Choice, 1983. I only been able to buy one jazz album this summer, unfortunately, and this is this one. Sarah Vaughan, not huge fan of her, but I thought this one could be pretty good actually. After Hours at the London House. This is a live recording that, among others, consists Roy Haynes on drums and Thad Jones on trumpets. So with those musicians, it can't go wrong. A live album, but the problem is that it's released on Jazz Tone. It's the jazz label of the low-budget label Concert Hall, and I'm not too fond of Jazz Tone. I think their recordings are not all that good, but it's a pretty modern recording, so I think that it could be pretty good anyway, so I took a chance on this one. It's live. I love live jazz, so only that was a good reason. 7-inch singles. Here is a very interesting and mysterious 80s synth pop song that I think is too forgotten today. Anna, like they do in the movies. Anna with the last name O'Malley from 1983, 81, sorry, 81, released on RCA. A really, really good and relaxing song. 70s soul music. This is Heatwave, Too Hot to Handle from 1976, released on GTO. This one I have no idea what it is, but it's Janis Christie, Heatstroke. But it's produced by Peter Lord from Family Stand, and I love that band, so hopefully this one will be pretty good. Peter Lord, who also produced Spellbound by Paula Abdul. So hopefully this one will be actually good. It's a pure risk take, but it's a good producer. Here we have, there we have REM, Stand, from 1988. All the REM records that I have is from after their breakthrough in 1981 here in Sweden with Losing My Religion. So it's good to have an REM from the 80s also. 70 Soul, more 70 Soul on 7-inch. 3 Degrees, The Runner, released on Areola in 78. Now we're coming into the Swedish. No, you're not. I'm going to take this one first. I only bought one CD this summer, and it's this one. It's German singer Sandra with 18 Greatest Hits. Collection that I had on cassette before, but now I have it on CD. Released 1992, of course, consisting her biggest hits, Maria Magdalena and In the Heat of the Night. Now we're coming into the Swedish songs. To start with, Fingerprints, Swedish pop group, had a couple of great minor hits in the late 90s. This is Make My Day, and Fingerprints' breakthrough came in the Swedish entry of the Swedish final of the Eurovision Song Contest in 1989, and this one is released 1988, so this is made before they were famous, so it's going to be very interesting. Tina Moe, Kära före detta vän, Dear Ex-Friend. Tina Moe is a Swedish singer that unfortunately no one remembers here in Sweden today, but she hadn't gotten any big hits, unfortunately, but I loved her anyway because she had a great voice, wrote great lyrics, and also worked with great producers, so this is going to be very interesting. This is on 1990. Also another band that is forgotten today, with the exception from one song that everyone remembers. It's a one-hit wonder band that is worth much more than that. Millas Mirakel. Vacker när du sover, Beautiful When You Sleep. They had a huge summer hit with the Rhythm of the Rain in 1987. But after that, everything failed. But they do great lyrics. I like Camilla's voice, and great production also by Niklas Strömstedt, famous Swedish pop singer. So this one is really, really great song. Nils Jensen, singer that I learned to like actually for the past few years now. This is from 1984, Montauk Goes Too Far. And we also have, this one is also very interesting. Överman, Young. And Överman is Clarence Överman, who is the producer of Roxette. And this is one of the few solo songs that he made. And the interesting thing is, as I said, he's famous for producing Roxette. But here, when he does his own song, it is produced by Per Gessle from Roxette. So it's a very, very interesting single, actually. I haven't been able to listen to it yet, but hopefully it'll be very good. Can't go wrong if Per Gessle is producing. Now we're coming into part of bizarre, strange songs. I have a little fascination over songs that is sometimes so bizarre that you wonder what the hell what they're thinking when they did this one. But it's so hilariously stupid and strange that you gotta have them. This is not that bizarre, but it's a little interesting thing anyway. Army of Lovers, some might recognize that name. Baby's Got a Neutron Bomb from 1989, early Army of Lovers. This one is very odd. This is a single consisting Swedish sport commentator Sven Jerring, who was very famous and very loved by many Swedish people in the 50s, 40s, 30s, 40s and 50s, and still loved by some. And this consists sports events released on a single. This is a race, an athletic race from 1974 that Sven Jerring was commentating. Very, very strange to release a thing like that on vinyl, but I felt I gotta have it because I'm a huge radio nerd, as I said before, so it's very funny to find this one. In the 1980s, there were a comedy figure called Ronny Jönsson, played by Swedish actor Claes Malmberg. Now, I like Claes Malmberg as an actor, although I wasn't too fond of Ronny Jönsson. But still, I gotta have this single that he released in the 1990, and it wasn't for this main single Arnold that I bought it. I never heard this one, but it was for the other side, where it does do it with another 80s Swedish comedy figure, Kurt Olsson, played by actor Lasse Brandeby, and they do a parody of a Eurovision song, Swedish Eurovision song contest participant, Ny Gammal Vals. I don't know which year it was in the Eurovision Song Contest, but it was in the early 60s. So usually sung by a man and a woman. Lili and Fortune 2000, but here it's sung by two men, so it's a little comedy act. I gotta have it because it's so hilariously stupid and bizarre. But not as bizarre as this one. This is Swedish-Italian singer Eddie Oliva. You can compare him to Sweden's Julio Iglesias. A single called Oh Marie, Say CC. This song, just the lyrics, is pretty stupid. Eddie Oliva has put in an ad for a woman, and she happens to be a 2-meter long soccer player. But where do you find a soccer player, a 2-meter long woman who wants to participate on a album sleeve? Obviously they couldn't find anyone, so they had to dress a man up like a woman in soccer dress. So they took Swedish famous singer-songwriter Lasse Berghagen and put a wig and lipstick on him along with a football dress. This song is nothing special, not something that I would buy normally, but this album sleeve was so stupid, so bizarre, so I gotta have it. Swedish full-length albums is getting to be a little long video, this one, so I hope you can live through it. Landslaget, den gamla jukeboxen, the old jukebox from 1975. Landslaget was a Swedish rock prog group that did some great songs, but most of all it consists of Lasse Lindbom, who is a very great Swedish singer-songwriter, rock musician, guitar player, and most of all producer. He, among others, produced Marie Fredriksson of Roxette and her earliest solo albums. So this one's going to be very interesting. I have a little fascination for Swedish slagers, light pop, so I found this one for 50 cents. This is not the best sleeve, but hopefully it will be good. Stein Ingebretsen, Swedish-Norwegian singer, when the collection called Säkra Kort from 1978 on RCA. Some singer-songwriters, ballads, Swedish ballads, poems. I like a lot Sven-Bertil Taube, who is a famous singer, a ballad singer, is a son of the Swedish great writer and poet Evert Taube, and he's famous for doing his dad's songs in a great with great arrangements with the Baroque orchestra, and I like those arrangements very much. And this is a live concert, Många hundra gröna mil, Many Hundred Green Miles, Sven-Bertil Taube på Bandsalongen, a live album. I was very happy to find this one. Here's another album where he sings Skillingtryck och andra fina visor från flera sekler, and this is old songs from many centuries. Old Swedish songs from many centuries that he has singing with great orchestra. Very interesting, actually. And finally, I showed a album earlier with the British singer Martin Best and his Martin Best concert. British singer-songwriter who has been living and recording records in Sweden. Here he sings British songs, even though it's recorded in Sweden. In 1976, The Pirates' Serenade, very special album with British songs, with some exceptions are Swedish, with theme of pirates and songs from sea. Very interesting album, actually. I hope it is. Whew. This is a pretty long album. I'm very sorry for that, but it was many records to go through. And then I haven't shown yet those live concert videos that I've been actually buying. But it's going to be very interesting to watch through those two. But anyway, I hope you have a very nice weekend and continue the summer if you still have vacation or something like that. And until next time we see each other, so long.